Today on Comicstorian, everyone's trying to kill Nightwing. This is the Comicstorian channel where I take some of your favorite trade paperbacks and single issues. I break them down into digestible bites, cutting out a lot of the fluff and giving you the core of the plot. This allows you to understand what is going on in the world of comic books, allowing you to go out and get these issues yourself for more context or more stuff in general, or you're able to go and get the next issues or just keep enjoying them here. Today we're going to be bringing you Nightwing issues 87 and 88, which is kind of a bridging issue, more establishing what is going on in the world of Nightwing. When we last left off on Alfred Pennyworth's passing, he left all of his money to Nightwing, who then decided to open up his own organizations to help out the homeless in Bloodhaven. Well, since he's pumping a bunch of money into Bloodhaven, this has turned him into a target. So now he's going to need many of his friends to keep him alive, as there's a $10 million bounty on the head of Dick Grayson. Let's get into that story. And if you end up enjoying what we do here, please consider giving it a like, subscribing, and hitting that notification bell. But let's go ahead and get into issue 87. With Dick Grayson coming out publicly about his money and wanting to change Bloodhaven, he has gotten the attention of a lot of people as Dick Grayson. Some of those people are not happy with his imaginative goals, though. While on his way to a meeting about public housing, Babs gives him a call telling him that he needs to get off the streets. Someone has put a price on his head. Dick says that it wouldn't be the first time that someone has put a bounty on Nightwing. He annoys a lot of people, but that's the beauty about having a secret identity. Bab tells him, no, the hit isn't on Nightwing, it's on Dick Grayson. No sooner than Bab tells him that, but a group of assassins pull up on the side of the road and begin to open fire. Dick stating, okay, people are trying to kill me in broad daylight, what's the price? Babs tells him that it's $10 million, and Dick says, that's a lot for wanting me dead, kinda hard to not take it personally. He ducks into an alleyway to change into his Nightwing costume, and Nightwing says that he needs to get home, but Barbara says that that is the last place that he needs to be. It's just not safe there. Nightwing tells her that it doesn't matter. His alarm is already going off, and she's there. Barbara switches mindsets, telling him to get home now. As Nightwing jumps into his apartment building, fighting through the hired gunmen, he gets to his apartment, and he can already hear Haley barking from downstairs as one of the men jumps into the back of the van carrying the pup. Nightwing then leaps back out, swinging through the streets, landing on top of the speeding van, grabbing the passerby, telling the driver to pull over. Another gunman appears from behind, trying to shoot him off, but as Nightwing stumbles and falls, a passerby on a motorcycle quickly jumps off, telling him to take the bike. Following a tracker on Haley's collar, Nightwing makes it to an old abandoned warehouse where Babs meets him in costume to take down the assassins. Together they bust in while Nightwing takes the low ground while Batgirl takes the skylights. Within seconds, the two dispatch the men and they make their way to the office where the leader of the group is holding a gun to Haley, telling them to stay back. Nightwing grabs his baton, stating that this is cartoonishly evil, and he throws it, knocking the man out, causing him to throw Haley out the window. He rushes out, jumping through the window after her, catching her, and as Batgirl follows, the three swing off into the night as Batgirl says, "Good girl," and Haley barks as her face flaps in the wind. The next morning, Dick Grayson is off to another press meeting, but this time at the Bloodhaven docks, which is another chance for the unsavory to make an attempt on his life. Dick Grayson tells everyone that he wants to thank the city and the mayor for having him here today. Until recently, tents full of unhoused people were occupying where they stand, while the Alfred Pennyworth Foundation works with local groups to house every young person who has ever lived here. For this to work, they can't take away the home that they've already made. So instead of removing it, they're going to improve upon it. This will remain the hub for their community, for their friends, for the people who make them feel safe. And today they're going to break ground on Haven. Just as the first shovel hits the ground, there's a loud bang out of a rifle. Across the way, Starfire bends the barrel of Gun Bunny's rifle, stating that she is in a lot of trouble. Over the radio, someone asks if it's done. Report! Gun Bunny? As Gun Bunny tries to run, Donna pulls the earpiece out, telling the person that she is sorry, but Gun Bunny can't come to the concealed earpiece right now. As the two report back to Babs that they got the person attempting to assassinate Dick Grayson, Babs tells them that she knows Gun Bunny, and Gun Bunny doesn't work alone. Gun Hawk is somewhere. Beast Boy radios in, stating that he doesn't see anything, and Babs tells everyone that they need to pull Dick out of there. At that moment, Gun Hawk leans out of a window from a nearby building and takes a shot, but suddenly Dick disappears in a red and yellow blur. As the Flash comes to a stop holding Dick, Dick asks what is he doing here. Flash tells him that he knows exactly why he's here, to save him. So the next question is cradle or piggyback? A few moments later, over at Mr. Terrific's labs, Mr. Terrific sees Dick riding on Flash's back. He chose piggyback? Definitely the preferred option. As Dick climbs down and shakes Mr. Terrific's hand, asking what's going on, Mr. Terrific tells him that Flash thought that they should work to protect him. Flash then says to come follow him so they can try out his new suit. Dick looks at the Nightwing suit and Mr. Terrific tells him that given his civilian identity is under threat, they have built it thin enough to wear under his regular clothing. This suit will be more flexible and mobile. Most bulletproof material remains vulnerable to stabbing attacks, but they've worked on making this Nightwing suit defend pointed attacks. Dick says, "You guys built a suit for me?" And Flash laughs. "Well, Michael did most of the work, but yeah, being one of your best friends, I have a vested interest in you not dying." Back at the docks, more gunmen arrive looking for Dick Grayson, shouting to the crowd asking where did he go. And Melinda yells that they're making a huge mistake. There will be consequences. As one of the gunmen turns to her, a voice calls out, and Nightwing swings in, kicking the man, yelling, "Consequences have arrived!" Starfire and the others charge in, and Nightwing asks, "What are they all doing here?" With Beast Boy stating, "Of course, dude. We had this long conversation with your dog and decided that we're gonna back you up on this." Bitewing is very persuasive. But while Nightwing and the Titans are cleaning up the rest of the gunmen across town, Blockbuster slams his fist on a table, yelling, "Someone! Anyone! Report!" Suddenly, there's a flash of light, and as Raven teleports the others in, Beast Boy says, "I'm pretty sure we got them all here." Blockbuster then shouts that they are trespassing on his property. That means that he has every right to, and Starfire walks up asking him, "Do what?" "You've confused being large and cruel with being powerful. Would you like to test your theory?" Beast Boy says, "Oh, you should definitely test it. It's going to be hilarious." Donna then says that from this point on, Dick Grayson is under the protection of the Titans. As Raven teleports everyone back out, Blockbuster radios to Gunhawk asking what is happening. Over in that apartment, Gunhawk is thrown against the wall, asking, "What the hell, man?" And Heartless says that he was about to take Dick Grayson's heart. "It belongs to me." Gunhawk gets up stating that he has 10 million reasons for stopping that heart from beating. He doesn't care what weird, but Heartless slams him into the wall again, asking, "Who hired you?" And after a few moments of struggling, Gunhawk tells him, "Blockbuster! It was Blockbuster!" "Of course it was. I'm going to have to get a bigger jar to hold what I take from him." Which leads me to my next question. Is there someone who will miss you? Someone who relies on you? Gunhawk tells him, "Yeah, there is. Bunny. We're everything to each other." Heartless tells him, "Perfect." And he takes Gunhawk's heart. And there you have it, just 2 short issues of Nightwing's continued adventures. But the next storyline is going to be Nightwing teaming up with Superman. So we're going to see how that one goes, because right now Superman is John. Overall, I'm really loving these Nightwing storylines. The idea that he's rich, using it to save people, and then he's fighting his own villain, Heartless. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here. But I hope you guys enjoy this. If you want to see what happens next time on Nightwing, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join us right here at the Comicstorian channel. Don't forget, you get early access to a lot of these videos if you head on over to our Patreon, patreon.com/Comicstorian. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you next time right here.